One of her greatest achievements was the building of strong protective walls around cities. These walls later became known as Amina's walls. They stood as symbols of protection, foresight, and leadership. Even today, some of these walls still exist.
Welcome to Henry K. Stories, where powerful African stories, real-life lessons, and deep wisdom come alive. Here we share stories that teach, warn, heal, and inspire. Sit back, listen, and let every story leave you wiser than before.
Long ago, many centuries ago, in the northern part of what we now call Nigeria, there existed a powerful and respected kingdom known as Zazzau. Zazzau was a land filled with life, order, and tradition. Farmers worked the land patiently, trusting the seasons. Traders moved from place to place, exchanging goods and building relationships. Elders guided the people with wisdom gained from experience, and the community respected leadership deeply. In Zazzau, tradition shaped everything. Leadership followed strict rules. Men were expected to rule. Men were expected to speak publicly. Men were expected to make decisions that affected the lives of others. Women, on the other hand, were expected to support quietly. They were taught to obey customs, follow instructions, and remain mostly unseen. In those days, no one imagined that a woman could rise to lead a powerful kingdom. It was not part of people's expectations, and it was not part of tradition. But history has a way of changing when destiny decides to speak. It was in this land of strong tradition that a child named Amina was born. She was born into the royal family of Zazzau. Her mother, Queen Turunku, was the ruler of the kingdom. From the very beginning, Amina's life was surrounded by leadership, responsibility, and duty. Yet even as a child, Amina showed signs that she was not ordinary. While other children played freely without concern, Amina watched carefully. She listened more than she spoke. She observed how elders discussed important matters. She noticed how leaders made decisions and how the people responded to those decisions. She paid close attention to words, actions, and consequences. Her mind was always learning, always processing, always growing. Some people admired this about her, others felt uncomfortable. They whispered and said she asked too many questions. They said she was too curious for a girl. But Amina did not allow their opinions to slow her down. She understood early in life that knowledge gives strength. So she continued to learn quietly, patiently, and with deep focus. As Amina grew older, discipline became a major part of her life. She trained her mind to remain calm. She trained her heart to be patient. She trained herself to listen before speaking. She did not rush success, and she did not seek attention. Instead, she prepared herself slowly and quietly, day after day, knowing that true strength is built over time. Eventually, Queen Turunku passed away. According to the traditions of the land, the throne did not go to Amina. It went to her brother. Many people believed this was the end of Amina's journey toward leadership. But Amina herself did not believe that. She accepted the situation with wisdom. She did not complain. She did not fight tradition. She did not allow bitterness to enter her heart. Instead, she stayed close to leadership. She observed how the kingdom was ruled. She learned from both wise decisions and mistakes. She continued to serve her people faithfully. Amina understood something very important. Waiting is not weakness. Waiting is preparation. During this period, whenever the kingdom faced challenges, Amina stood out. She offered calm advice. She helped bring understanding during tense moments. She guided people with clarity and patience. Her presence brought stability. Slowly, people began to trust her judgment. They realized that even without a crown, Amina carried herself like a leader. Over time, her reputation grew. People spoke about her wisdom. They spoke about her discipline. They spoke about her ability to remain calm when others panicked. Her name traveled beyond Zazzau. She became known as a woman of strength, clarity, and deep understanding. Years later, when her brother passed away, the kingdom faced a major decision. This time, there was no confusion. The people had watched Amina for years. They had seen her leadership in action. They had felt her impact on the kingdom. The choice was clear. Amina became Queen Amina of Zazzau. As queen, Amina ruled with wisdom and fairness. She listened carefully to her people. She respected tradition, but she did not allow tradition to stop progress. She believed leadership was not about control, but about service. She focused on unity, peace, and long-term stability. Queen Amina worked hard to strengthen her kingdom. She encouraged cooperation with neighboring regions. She supported trade and communication. She believed in planning for the future. One of her greatest achievements was the building of strong protective walls around cities. These walls later became known as Amina's walls. They stood as symbols of protection, foresight, and leadership. Even today, some of these walls still exist, reminding people of her vision. Queen Amina also made personal choices that surprised many. She chose not to marry. In her time, this decision was unusual and often criticized, but Amina understood her purpose clearly. She chose to dedicate her life fully to leadership and service. She did not live to satisfy public opinion. She lived to fulfill her calling. Queen Amina ruled for many years. When she eventually passed away, she left behind more than a kingdom. She left a powerful message. She showed that courage has no gender. She showed that leadership comes from preparation, patience, and discipline. She showed that tradition should guide people, not silence them. Her story was passed down from generation to generation. Mothers told their daughters to be strong like Amina. Leaders remembered her as a symbol of courage and wisdom. Her name became a lesson that true power comes from within. Queen Amina's life teaches us something important. Do not allow fear to stop you. Do not allow doubt or tradition to silence your potential. Prepare yourself patiently. Stay disciplined. Believe in your purpose. Even if your time has not come yet, continue preparing. One day, your strength will speak for you, just as Queen Amina's did. Now let me ask you something. What part of Queen Amina's story touched you the most? Was it her patience, her courage, or her refusal to be limited by tradition? Take a moment and think about it. If this story inspired you in any way, please like this video. Your like helps this story reach more people. If you believe stories like this should be told more often, subscribe to the channel. More African history, wisdom, and life lessons are coming. And I really want to hear from you. In the comments, tell me, what lesson from Queen Amina's life will you apply in your own life today? Also, share this video with someone who needs encouragement, someone who feels limited, or someone who needs to remember that their destiny is valid. Thank you for listening. Thank you for staying till the end.